it's the little things that she did that formed core memories for me. I don't have one singular momspiration. I think mothers in general, the species, that's what inspires me, because every mom is different. You know, there isn't necessarily like a cookie cutter version of a mom, right? Everyone does something different. Everyone has a different background. They have different ways of working. So I think just moms in general are inspirational. You know, being able to do motherhood and everything else, just life on a whole, is quite a lot. My mom is definitely one of my biggest resources and momspirations, and it would be surprising the things that I would say are the most inspiring about my mom. It's the little things that she did that formed core memories for me. Like even now as an adult, I remember them clearly as though they happened just yesterday. There are things that I will always remember my mom doing, and sometimes I challenge myself to do them for my own child. And they're simple things, but when I say simple things, I mean my mother used to, when she was bathing me as a child growing up, sing certain songs to me, and she used to put me in the songs. So she would put my name in the songs and convert all these songs into songs about Marion. And as simple as it was, I've never forgotten those. I've always remembered the songs. Even now I remember the songs, and then I try my best to put Luca in the songs that I sing to him, right? Because I know it may not seem like a big thing. It was just bath time and my mom is singing to me, but that's something that I remember to this day, and I remember it as though it happened just now. There are things I do not remember at all. Parts of my childhood I do not remember at all, right? But those specific moments I remember. I remember going to the bookstore with my mom. That is that's definitely one of my core memories, right? Going to the bookstore, and she would be led by me. It was always, okay, Marion, here's the bookstore, go and find something that interests you. And I take the same approach with Luca. I'm not going in the bookstore and going, okay, well, I need this book and that book and the other book. It is, hey, go and find something that you like, right? And sometimes it's not a book, but just being able to give your child that freedom, you know, showing your child that you trust them to make decisions for themselves, you trust them to know what they like. I remember being given that freedom and feeling empowered, feeling like what I like mattered and was important. I also wanted to give that to my child. So things like those that my mom did. And it's interesting, my mom was also a working mom. She had her full-time job, she had part-time jobs, and there was still what she did as a mother and the way how she made time to do certain things with me. That was very important. My mom would buy me these phonics books, and she would have me sit down and do the work, and then she would mark them, like give me a sticky, but the sticky was always a sticky that started at one end of the page and ended at the next end, and she would put hearts on the ends. I remember those things, right? And they're small things, and I still remember them because she put a lot of effort into making time and making things special and making things fun, and, you know, putting me at the center of those things. And if they've lasted with me for all this time, I want to be able to do that for my child, because sometimes I look back at those things and, you know, things get a little tough, and you remember that. It's really helpful. You know, you remember that there's always that one person who you're the center of their world, and that can be really helpful.